Another day at the mighty Rylands.
Hello. How are you?
I'm alright, mate.
Am I sitting here? Where do you want me to sit? Hello.
Afternoon. Sorry, mate. I don't see your granddad about his Viagra addiction. I mean, that's said it really hard. Sorry.
You sorted all that kit out, Tom?
I've just got piles and piles of kit. It's all arrived yesterday, so for the COE and the players, but...
A secretary's job is never done.
That's not a secretary's job, that's just general shit and...
Mate, that's all we do, general shit. General shit.
Fingers from skating boards.
Working.
I have been got
stuff on.
Mate, I was on site at 8 o'clock this morning, picking stuff up. Went to meet my mate Wesley.
Oh yeah, is he on
that old chestnut of he's just gone to get materials. He's gone for his breakfast.
Of course he is.
On a Friday.
Where did you find him? At Toast?
I didn't find him. I just picked my stuff up off the site and left.
Right.
Bit of a big up for WD heating.
Yeah. Get the.
Big up.
Hey, speaking of which, we've got sponsors for the podcast.
I believe so. Yeah, I've heard.
So yeah, we'll talk about them. It's a surprise for you, Tom. So we're having a beer then, or what?
Dead right.
Friday, innit? Yeah, go on, mate.
Yeah, Guinness.
Guinness, please.
Yeah, go on then. Have we got water in that?
Please grab the white wine because I'm going.
Oh, let's say what?
God.
She's only been here 5 minutes and she's after the white wines. I can't believe it, but yes, you can. Have we got white wine in there?
Only a little bit.
Is it up now? Did you drink it all last time? Well, there you go. There's like a bottle full. It's all right, isn't it?
Well, you know, we don't want Eve getting absolutely wasted, so we'll start off with that and then she can maybe move on to a Guinness with us.
Oh, I don't mind.
Got a wine glass?
I watched MasterChef The Professional last night, and one of the tasks was making food with stout, which is obviously Guinness, which was quite impressive. So we need to start cooking.
A steak pie with Guinness.
Is that what you do when you start getting your age? I'm not doing that.
Cooking.
No, I like a steak and Guinness pie, so I'm with you on that.
Thank you.
No,
So you lemonade, Eve? You say
Do
lemonade?
you need lemonade in it, or do you
Oh, no.
Sure.
She's just hardcore, she just...
Have we had loads of wine?
I think...
Have you gone down the bar?
I think some of it might have gone down in the bar, and I also think that Sean drank loads of it.
Well, yeah, to be fair, yeah, it was a firework night.
Shout out to Sean.
Firework night, wasn't it? So.
Pints of wine.
Oh, let's check my phone's off.
Maybe put a knob on it or something for you. I think it'd be more appropriate.
Feelings, mate, feelings.
We still need to try and get sponsored by Guinness, don't we?
Yeah. Hey, it's the most popular drink now.
Yeah.
Beats all lagers and everything.
Most popular club drink in the club, isn't it?
It is. It is nice though.
There you go, Anthony.
Ooh, Sunday names. What's going on?
Sunday?
No, don't do that.
No,
we've
got a real sponsor.
Yeah, mate. Real sponsor.
No.
Cheers.
Well, cheers anyway, boys.
Nice to
Good
be
to
back.
have the podcast back.
Prince Martin's missing.
Yeah, Prince Martin's back.
No, he's not.
Oh no, he's away.
He's away today. Mate, how hard is it to get us all four together now? Busy guys.
Busy boys, aren't we? Busy
Right,
boys.
are you sure this four is one of those in the room at the same time, is it?
Well, yeah, that's it.
It's true. Yeah, he's away, so cheers, Andy. Hope you're having a lovely day.
enjoy yourself.
He's in Liverpool, isn't he?
Skype, mate. That's all he does.
Phone me another way, yeah.
Right, so are we ready? Do you want to get cracking?
I'm seeing if there's any really crap jokes that I want to get rid of before
No more.
One's enough, I think.
Right, okay, we'll get started then. Eve, we're going to do a official introduction, okay?
Hello, Eve.
Oh, welcome to Eve, by the way. We'll come on to that in a minute. Okay, we ready?
Yeah.
Game faces
Okay,
on.
thanks, Tom.
Please stop. Sorry. Halfway, I'm going to have to change the battery.
Okay, just give us a thumbs up and then we can do it. Okay. Right. Okay, everyone. Welcome back to Behind the Badge, the Warrington Rylands podcast. Someone's going to come in now and interrupt us. Okay, right. Hi, welcome to Behind the Badge, the Warrington Rylands podcast. It's been a few months now since we've done the last one, but we thought we'd give you all the pleasure of our company again and get the gang back together. Minus Andy Martin,
It's been a nightmare trying to get us all together in the same sort of
same
weekends and stuff. Apart from Saturday, we're all quite busy now, aren't we? So.
raises the question: is there really four of us? Doesn't it? So
Is that right? Sometimes you say we're all in the same room at the same time together.
So it's good to be back. Really pleased to announce as well that we've got a new sponsor of the podcast, which is Real 5 Estates. Real 5 Estates, free hoodies for us all, by the way. Free hoodies for us all. No, I was just trying them out first. Kindly giving us a new van for all our kit and equipment.
Yes, good man.
Which is great. So thanks to Alex and Ellie and the team.
Cheers.
And we look forward to promoting Real 5 Estates through the podcast.
It means they get to come on, don't they?
Yeah, they get to come on along with our other sponsors.
Well, we're doing guest slots now, aren't we? For everyone.
We're going to have everyone all the sponsor at the same time, or just individually. That might be too much.
Well, I don't think we'll have enough Guinness, and then it'll just get a bit pingy.
Yeah, so we've got a few lined up, haven't we? Which is good.
Yeah, spoke to Loz and Matt and Ash and Mike and the few. Yeah, Sean. They're all keen to come on, so it'll be good to be able to talk about their business.
And there's a few people in football as well that we're going to get hold of.
Yes.
And,
definitely.
get them in. So.
Well, we were hoping to see the gaffer today, but he's gone missing in action, hasn't he?
How dare he go
on Friday?
So we'll pull him about that tomorrow. No problem. So yeah, like Mark says, loads more guests, and we're going to just mix it up a little bit over the coming weeks and months. But it's good to be back anyway. So
it's been a while, hasn't it?
It has been a while.
When was the last one? Was it before the end of the season, or was one at the end of the season?
No, I think we just talked about pre-season games, didn't we?
Okay. Yeah.
So obviously there's been one or two things go on since then.
Has anything happened since
Life
we
at
last
football club, innit?
Yeah.
Just like doesn't even affect you now, does it? It's just like every day's the same. Something else happened, and then you get your little give a fucker meter out, and you get a flicker on it.
Yeah,
you just just deal with it.
Yeah, goes over your head now.
I think I threw that against the wall about 4 years ago. Like a fucking meter.
Yeah, I think that for me, just non-league, innit? Non-league's just absolute carnage at times, and then it is what it is, and you just don't let it. You just don't enjoy it too much, and don't dislike it too much. You just stay in the middle and
don't get too high, don't get too
low.
I'm trying to do it differently. But just get on with it. It is what it is. You do it because you love it. That's my theory on it anyway. I don't do it for the fame and
we're not getting rich
the money and all, the good stuff that comes with it. Yay.
No, it's a vanity project, I believe.
Vanity project, that's it.
Oh yeah, I did get said that the other day. After I stopped crying laughing.
Yeah, vanity project gone wrong.
Oh yeah, gone wrong.
But a vanity project gone wrong was a comment. 4
promotions and Wembley win, and it's gone absolutely.
Wheels have come off.
Started the season badly. Wow. That's never happened to any other club in the world before. And then, wheels have fallen off at Rylands. What a horrible place. What crap and all.
Terrible. All them 35 teams we've got in the junior section, the centre of excellence.
The community stuff. All it's just
we're a bunch of bastards here, aren't we?
It just makes you think. Is there an agenda somewhere?
Yeah, maybe so. Well, thanks for your comments anyway. You'll know we didn't respond, comment or share.
But it does make us laugh, so thank you.
Yeah, but it gives us a laugh. So keep them coming.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
It keeps me warm. Talk about it when you're doing something.
Yeah, true.
That's it. If you're doing nothing, they don't talk about it.
So speaking of the bad start to the season, obviously we had a good pre-season, and I think that Duffy at the time I think was the right appointment for us, and we've got a lot of respect for Mark and thank him for what he did at the club.
Definitely.
As both a player and a manager, we had a good pre-season playing against some probably what you'd consider to be higher end opposition, but obviously you end up playing a lot more, I suppose, youth sides or younger players that maybe didn't give us a true reflection of where we were, would you say?
But I think you look at it from where we finished last season, and we finished obviously really strongly. And Mark was in there helping along with Sam and obviously Cleggy before him. We had a great season last year, and we thought, well, that's a continuation, isn't it? And it was to a certain degree, wasn't it? We wanted to continue with the players and the sort of the style, and it, I think for the best will in the world, it was all on course, wasn't it?
You've got to look at it like, mate, where we are, non-league club and all the rest of it, mate. People at the top end,
He spent millions and millions and millions of pounds looking at him, and they don't work. Sometimes it doesn't work. It's not the manager and the club. It just something like you get players in. That it just doesn't work, and then they go somewhere else, and it works for him. So that's the thing. Though, look,
time,
got a lot of love and respect for Duffy. Great lad. I thought he handled it really well.
Yeah, he did.
Everything about him was good. Top drawer, nice guy. It just didn't work on the pitch for him. And unfortunately, as he'll say it himself, he wasn't shocked. When we sort of came to the decision, and I thought he was brilliant. I thought he was a really good guy.
Classy,
that's the way to say it. He got class about him, and if anyone ever came in and asked me about him, 100%. We've dealt with a lot worse over the years. So got nothing but respect for him, and I hope he goes and gets back.
It goes on to bigger and better things, hopefully, because he's a good lad, and the way he talked about the game and his ideas, we were all really impressed with it, and I think that had some of the things clicked that he wanted to do, it'd probably been a different story. But like you said, sometimes it just doesn't work, and it just wasn't clicking. So
football, isn't it?
It is. Exactly. It is. But onwards, and I think that was the big thing for me when we had made the decision that we needed to make a change. We acted quickly, and although there was plenty of people sniffing around for the job, I think after sitting down with Renault and getting to know him and what he wanted to do, timing's everything in football. And his time at FC United had come to an end. He'd done a great job for them, and I think he's slotted in really well so far, not just in terms of there's been some good results. It's not all been perfect, but he's had to make some changes.
Was that you?
Ice machine just having a little join in at the back.
It's agreeing with you.
But in the main, in terms of the way he's integrated himself into the club, with the fans.
I think he's done it really well, and he's done and like Mike coming in with him and Lewis Hardcastle coming back.
It's great.
It's been, I think it's a really good management team. They've got themselves about. Spoke to a lot of supporters. We have great chats with him and Mike and Lewis. So and the lads have reacted to it, which is good. We've had a lot of changes. So it's a bit, one of them. New manager comes in, people in and out. To try and get to where he wants to get to, which is good. But it's been, on the whole, positive. I think we're on a more physical side now. I think we've changed the things that we needed to change. But we've brought the players in to help make that happen. It's still early on, but I think whatever the results are in the next 6 months or whatever we've got left, I think he's a good guy for the club. I think he's a really good person around. I think his energy comes off him, and he sort of gets you believing in it and wanting to go with him. So I'm pleased with the appointment. Really pleased.
I've been really impressed the way he gets the club. He gets what we're all about, and the actual the concept of Rylands, not just the first team, the whole junior section, the youth.
It's been a crazy. What's it been in now? 5 weeks, 6 weeks.
6 weeks,
And he started to get involved with the youth system, like with the guys there. He started to sort of spread it out and looking at different things. So
he's got a bit of an affinity with the town as well, because he went to university here as well.
He
spent many nights
Mr. Smith's,
Mr. Smith's and Brannigan's and places like that. So
for our younger viewers,
it's
a car park now.
It's a car park now, But there's a few good nights had in there by us all.
Older listeners may remember those types of nights.
But no, he has. He's definitely got an affiliation with the town, and it's been good to see some of his mates from back in the day coming back up. He's had FC United supporters coming and watching. There's a guy.
That shows how the esteem that he's held in there, wasn't it? 6 years he was there, wasn't it?
He did a good job. Although I can't wait for his stuff to arrive so I can get half my wardrobe back.
Well, you've got plenty to spare, Andy.
It's a good job I'm still svelte in it, you know what I mean? Hey,
you don't need it now.
Don't need it now. I've got my new Real Five Estates sponsor of the podcast.
I always think you were getting mistaken for him as well. People not come up to him and go, "Well done, Renault. You play well today."
That's it.
You're having a hair off, aren't you?
All right, fair dues. But no, in terms of results, I know there's been some. There was a lot to kind of change around quite quickly, and our league position was, concerning. So getting back up the MPL has been a priority, and we'll come on to some of the league results. But we've had some good cup runs.
Yeah, it has been good. Yeah, the cup's been good, and it's a bit of a takes your mind off the league, doesn't it? Sometimes it's a bit of a release, and you can have a look at different players. I think when we played with the County Cup the other night, was it last week or the week after? That was like having a look at players that hadn't made the starting 11.
10-1 as well. I mean,
I felt sorry for Skem, to be honest. I think they're going through a tough time.
Definitely,
and that's the last thing you need. You know what I mean? They're probably thinking, don't want to go there. And
a great club, Skem, as well.
yeah, we've got a lot of thing with it from when we're going from North West County, so, you know, to see him struggling is not nice, but you don't see any club struggle. But, yeah, I thought, it's and the young lads, and you notice they're not the confidence.
Devastated when they came off, didn't
it's
they?
not nice to see, and you know, we made sure when we got them all in here, we were speaking to them and trying to keep their heads up and stuff. Because no matter what you think, like, we're all in the same boat. And we've all been at tough days in football, so you don't want to see that at any of them.
From our position, though, and I agree. I did feel. You never really feel sorry for opposition, but when they came off, you could see they looked dejected. But to score 10 goals in a game at any level, I think shows the appetite and the hunger for what the lads had on the night to try and prove a point and get Renault, taking notice of him.
Yeah, exactly. It come off the back of. Was it a 4-0 win against Ossett?
Yeah.
Again, Ossett were having a bit of a tough time. Their chairman and the guys in here were really, really nice, and they sort of started to try and turn a corner and get them going. And they were saying it down to fitness and all that. And at least they've got an idea of where it's going wrong. Where we had an idea of what was going wrong with us, and we've changed it and we've sorted stuff out. So yeah, it's been a good cup competition, and then we go to Scunthorpe, don't we, in the next round?
Yeah, it's a great draw for us, that, isn't it?
Next weekend.
I'm just going to touch on on about the Skem.
He's going to touch you.
Hey, you keep your hands to yourself, so.
Buffy Balboa.
We'll come on to that. But I've got a section on that.
This podcast may not last that long. I was going to say, I think the impact he's had on the players showed that when we were 7-8-9-1. In the game, the lads were still pressing, still pushing, still trying hard to impress him. I think that's a testament to what he's brought in. So
definitely.
It's good to see that.
I think with the trophy draw in particular, obviously it's going to be a tough game going away to Scunthorpe. I think that are they top of the national
league. They're up there.
But what a great occasion for us. I think they get the highest attendances in the league. They're getting 4,000 or 5,000 to most games. So
nice. Good old club as well.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll have a nice.
What were they in? What was the ice they were in?
I don't know.
I'm sure they've been in the league. Definitely in the league
too.
Remember, I think so. I talked to Dino and he said he played there loads of times.
Right.
So
must have been
in League 1 or League 2 there, they've definitely been there.
Good.
It looks like a nice. I've never been, but I've had a look online.
Yeah, the ground looks like
a good setup. So hopefully we can. We've got. We've got a sports coach going up for that, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah, we've got players one going early and then.
Yeah, sports. So I think there's a few spaces still on it.
Still available.
Yeah, if you want to jump on, I think how much is it, Tom?
£25.
25 quid.
It's the posh one, isn't it?
Yeah,
posh
nice one. Yeah.
Posh one's got a toilet and everything.
It's got seats
and windows.
Yeah, wheels. It's not the back of a tranny van. So hopefully we can go up there and
it'd be a good day out there, wouldn't it?
enjoy the day and maybe sneak a result, which would be fantastic.
Yeah.
League wise, I think. What would you say our best performance has been since Renault's come in?
Mine personally was Mac away. I know we got beat, but I know it was a goal that we probably shouldn't have conceded. But I thought we played the right way. I thought we were disciplined. Listen, Mac are a class outfit.
Yeah.
No films about it. That looking at the league, they're going to walk it, and rightly so. You are in the league, you deserve to be. So. But I just thought we played solid. We stuck to it, and one little mistake that cost. And teams like that'll punish you for that. But I thought that was a little bit of a. We're not miles away. We're not, because they've been batting teams around us. They've been putting I think they put 4 past Heaven the weekend before. And I think they put 7 past Ashton. Was it not long after us? So they're a good, outstanding outfit. So massive respect to him. But. I thought we were solid that day, and we tried to nullify it, and I think that gave us a bit of a belief that we can go and do it. And then now we've sort of tried to work on the front line that we can try and get goals. We are starting to produce, but obviously if you're conceding them, it's a big issue. So now we've started to try and be more disciplined at the back, and the results are showing it that we're not conceding as many we have been conceding earlier on, and we now can nick them goals, which is good.
I think you're right. For me, I thought our first half against Matlock, I thought that was a great display.
Yeah.
Really dug in.
Matlock are a good side.
Well, Matlock come that day, they've signed a load of new players, haven't they? They spent a lot of money, and they come out very, very physical, trying to bite off the ball. And what I was pleased to see, we stood up to it.
Yeah.
Toe to toe, we went for him, and we went in deservedly leading at half time. It's only the last minute.
We're under the cosh a bit.
I think the job was a fair result.
Absolutely was, but they
Good.
Well, when you saw, I remember sitting in that bar before we went in, and we saw that team sheet, and you're like, I think there was
He's playing
only
National League.
like, but from all leagues above, there was only 2 of the, I think, starting 11 from the start of the season, and you start thinking, well, we're in for a tough night here.
They played some good football as well against us. They played some really good football. They had some quality play.
Number 7's a cracking player.
I thought Saturday against Baseford, I thought we looked really good. I thought we controlled the game. It was great to see us getting the goals. I don't think we really ever got troubled at the back, which was great to see. So that shows the progression from us. We needed to shore up defensively. Going away to Leek midweek, that was a tough game, but again we won, and we kept a clean sheet. We came back from being 2-0 down, didn't we, against Miklova, which again I think showed a bit more character and stuff like that. So
I think we'll be like that all season now. I think we'll ride it, and then we'll have a blip. And I think Reynolds said it as well in one of his interviews. We're not the finished article, and we're not where we want to be, but I think the turnaround of players coming in and out and sort of taking what we want to play like and what we want to be like, you can see what his plan is, you can see where he's going with it and what he's trying to bring in, and he's been around these leagues for years, hasn't he? So he knows the score of it, and I think that experience has shown really for what his recruitment.
Experience, organised, you can definitely see it coming out of the players now, and the players obviously want to play for him.
I think it drives him mad that we don't mither him. I think he wants to be mithered. Don't just crack on with it.
We'll just start giving him crank phone calls, wind him up a little bit. There's been some really good.
Robbie Savage.
Whoa, Dave, you're on your own with that one.
I think there's been some really good individual performances as well. I think Luke Pilling's been outstanding again, saving penalties left, right, and centre.
Stockbridge Steele's in the trophy. Saved 3 out of 4 in the penalty shootout.
The one at League, he saved one at League.
Great penalty.
So again, he's been great, Luke. I think Reeves has been good. I think Neildy's been good.
I was a bit worried when Reeves injured again. He's on an AstroTurf again. That does me. I was a bit nervous when he went down at League, and I was thinking, oh no, not again. And he seems to come through it. He's back this week, so that's good.
Neildy's been performing well consistently. I think as well
we've had a monster injury crisis.
We have. It's just like he's definitely Reynolds definitely ran over a black cat on his way.
He gets someone in, he plays, and he's on fire, and then next minute he's out for 2 weeks. He's injured, and you're like. No way! It is crazy.
Well, look at Ash Leather. Came on against again. Was brilliant again. Ended up going off. And
Dino's out. That's a worry for
Jake
us.
as well.
Jake Daniels out as well. So you start thinking, what? Well,
Jake Daniels had a man of the match performance, and went and had a bloody car crash.
Give us
a bit of luck here. Wasn't his fault.
Can we just say to the sponsors now when they do man of the match, just give it someone who's not actually.
Give me someone on the bench.
Please.
Give it to Renault. Just say Renault, you're man of the match. Let's not get injured.
No, but it's been good to see it, and I think a lot of that as well comes from confidence, doesn't it? You could see first 5 or 6 games, obviously the confidence was getting lower and lower, and even for the more experienced lads, you finish the season the way we did, and then you start this one, and you start thinking, what's going on here? Is this not going to be our time, this or what?
Well, that's when you have your character, isn't it? You show your character.
You've got to have your tough times. It's alright if you're winning and everything's great and everyone's loving it, and then when things get tough and you've got to batten down and go, right, we've got to get ourselves out of this. And to be fair, the lads have reacted to Renault, and Renault's got getting the best out of them, which is really positive.
Which is what we want. Which is what we want. So we've had a couple of good nights recently as well, haven't we? So we had the firework display where we nearly set fire to ourselves.
I've done 2 years on the bounce now. I'm not doing it.
Well, you've got experience now.
Don't care.
It was the only one who's used to
the worst part of that night
explosives.
is when I was kneeling down, lighting one, and I turned round to shout one of you to say, bring the next one over, and literally he's about 40 yards. He's like, bring another one, and he couldn't even hear me. I'm like, you're taking them.
Well, he's coming down and hitting him on the head.
And I was like, where am I? I'm just like turning around, like totally on my own. Not first time, mate.
You were doing a great job.
Thanks, mate.
Great job. But do you know
Just
what?
your little head torch in the distance. Like that. Oh, there they are.
Joking aside, what a great turnout from
Yeah,
the local
brilliant.
community. We had a
Hundreds, wasn't it?
good day at the club, and then loads more people piled in after for the show. Great to see loads of the juniors here with parents and family and friends.
Nice to
and
do
stuff,
it. We
so-
enjoy it.
Yeah.
I know we like moan about everything, but we actually enjoy doing stuff like that.
No,
It's good to put it back in it.
It was good. It was a really good turnout and a good night. And
Everyone enjoyed it.
week before we had our race night.
Race night, yeah, that
Oh,
was
yeah.
fun.
I can't remember being there. I think
Well,
a few
yeah, I think you had.
Yeah,
I think you had.
It was a cracking night though.
So that was it. That was good. Laugh few the place.
The only problem is now though, so when I ordered it offline,
Yeah.
I didn't realise it came on a DVD. So I've ordered it.
1990s.
It'll come on like a stick or something. I'll just plug it into the telly and we're away or whatever. So when I turned around the day and went, has anyone got a DVD player?
And
Like,
what you actually asked was, can I put this DVD in your laptop? I was like, mate, I've not had one of them for about 15 years.
wait, you've done see me the day before on my laptop going like that. Where's it go? I was like, that's how seriously old I am. And then the worst thing was though, so I got home to Rachel and I went, Rach, like, have we got a DVD player anywhere, like in the loft or anything? She's like, no. So anyway, she went on, like, is it Facebook Marketplace or something mad like that? So some woman down where you used to live down Gainsborough. She said, oh, I've got one. So I went and got it, paid a tenner, brought it back here.
Can't believe you got a tenner for it.
I know, clipped it in, like all set up, and it come on the screen there, and I was like, where's the remote? Like, there's no buttons on it. So I like phoned the woman, and she went, oh no, I haven't got a remote for it. I was like,
You got well stiffed out.
Yeah.
so then Rach went, oh, it's all right. I know someone who might have one like in the loft or whatever. So gets it, brings it in, and it had like SCART leads, no HDMI. So I couldn't plug it in. I was like, oh man. This
So
is
if anyone
driving me
wants to
insane.
buy a DVD
I've got
player,
loads,
we've
loads
got
to sell.
loads. None of
So
them
then-
have got remotes or SCART leads.
You can't use them. So then Andy Martin went, I'll pick one up from Argos mate on the way in, and he come in and he went, there you go. I was
Yeah,
like,
you should have
right.
made
So
me
just
back first time round.
Probably should have looked at
We
it.
can use Andy's doorstops or something like that, mate, I suppose.
Hey, honestly, I was like, I am seriously old. Like, what is going on
Still
here?
living in the 90s,
I am,
mate, that's what it is.
Hey, mate, I wish I was.
Yeah.
I wish I was.
Hey, did I tell you I went to a 90s night on Friday night with my new mate Vernon Kegg? Have I told you that?
Little mate. Tell us again.
Tell us again, Andy. Come on.
Mate, Saturday, all day. Oh, guess what I was last night? I had to say
2 in the morning, send us bloody pictures.
Oh, yeah, that picture, like, yeah. Fair play, mate. It looked a really good night.
It was a good night, mate. It was
Really
really
good
good. It was really good. And,
Like, you don't have to
hopefully
keep telling us, though.
get Big Vern down to the Rylands, I think. That's what we need.
Oh, yeah,
That's what we
that'd be
need. So, yeah, and we've
Who is
got... Don't insult my man. Saturday we've got Blythe coming down to the Hive Arena.
It's another old team, that Blythe Spartans.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Bit of
it's
history.
good that they've got themselves sorted,
Yes,
which
yeah.
is good because it was looking a bit ropey on it for him. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really pleased.
Fan owned now, aren't they?
Yeah.
Fan owned.
Like
Is
a
it fan
community
owned? Yeah, like a
interest club, yeah.
CIC.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's good.
CIC
Yeah,
fan owned, new
yeah.
manager in, so they'll probably come with a bit of a bounce, unfortunately.
Yeah, you know, but it's like I think when you're in the football and you're not a supporter, you are a supporter, but you're more of you understand behind the scenes in a football club, and you don't like seeing clubs struggle, and you don't like seeing things getting said about people within clubs. Obviously, it happens to us and lots of other people in the town, and I think like when they've got themselves sorted, it's great. And there's been other clubs there that have been struggling that have come out publicly and said they're struggling. And I think at the moment, football's representing the country.
Yeah.
You know, like with businesses, and football is a business really. So it's just representing everything. So
It's a
when
social thing.
Whitby's and Bamba and that have come out saying they've had issues, and hopefully they
Yeah,
get sorted.
Whitby, Bamba, they've had a few issues. But like I say,
I think Walsall Wood went as well.
Yeah,
didn't
they did.
Oh, yeah. Walsall
So-
Wood are semi-finalists.
Yeah,
in the
no,
Vars,
obviously it got a thing with us because of the FA Vars run. But you don't want to see. And I think there's got to be there's got to be something that comes in to try and solve this problem. I don't know what it is, and I'm just talking like in this ideal world that there'd be something in there that can sort these problems out. But also the expectation of people have got to be realistic sometimes.
Yeah.
Like someone not far away from us has spent a lot of money to get where they are.
Yeah.
To get into that, and you're going to suffer from it. We've suffered from it. We've had 3-4 ground gradings, and the year after you're counting the pennies, and it's tight.
People don't realise,
and
do
you've just
they?
got to put your team out, and you've just got to hope for the best and try and get through it with what you can afford to do.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes there's this unrealistic sort of, we've been promoted, and you've got to go and try and win that league.
Yeah,
It's
expectation level goes up,
just
doesn't it?
Relax.
The reality
Just
of doing really well on the pitch and going up the leagues well, actually, commercially, you just can't keep up with it.
Yeah, it's hard,
You know?
and then you hear some really poor stuff like that gets said, and you're thinking, you know what, just have a day off.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard.
It's local club, support them, stop giving them an hard time.
And when it's hard, it is hard, but like we know it, we all have to stump up a bit of cash here and there, and people do back teams and clubs. And I'm not saying like, you know, everyone's great behind the scenes at every club. I'm not saying that, because I know Blythe had a lot of issues with what they were doing. But like, reality check that you can't just keep going through the leagues and keep going up. And like, there are these teams that are very blessed with what they've got and the money that they've got and the backers that they've got, which is great. Not a jealousy thing. Good luck to you. We hope it works for you. But then when you're sort of a normal club like us that work really hard to generate the money that you can use, there's a bit of a, you can only get so far, and then you've got to rethink it, and then sometimes you can go too early. And for us to try and, like last year when we was in the playoffs, that might be a time too early. That might be put us under too much pressure to get the ground done, to then throw money at it to try and compete in that league. It could ruin you. Do you know what I mean? It could send you completely the other way, where you hit the bottom and you come down, and then you've got to try and recover from it, and that's difficult. Going down, you go down a lot quicker than you go up. Yeah. You know, you see how many teams have we seen who've been in leagues above us, and they've come down and they've gone down and they've gone past us and they've gone down again.
When you look at Blythe, they've come down for the National League. They've had their troubles, and we always say when they come down, it's harder the next season.
Bradford Park Avenue last year, back to back relegations. You know, it's tough.
Who's not Leek. The one near Leek who went down last year out of our league. Run down that mascot with it. Is it the Beaver?
What? Have you been going? What games have you been going to? Chasing beavers around? Hey, did you watch?
Go on, have a chat with yourself in the corner and come back with a real answer, because that's awful.
Now I think we've just got the name for this week's podcast: Chasing Beaver.
Mate,
it was. What was the team? No. You got relegated with us in our division last year.
We didn't get relegated.
No, got relegated in our division last year. It was around the Midlands, Leek way. Who was it?
I can't remember. I know you're about. My head's gone now. Tony chasing Beaver around as a mascot.
But anyway, going back to reality.
I was going to make a serious point.
No, don't. So you know, it's careful what you wish for sometimes, isn't it? And just get on with what you've got to get on with and be happy with what you've got sometimes, and then settle into. We said it when we got promoted to this league, we're going to settle into it. There's no rush to get anything done. There's no rush to push on, and let's just go. And if we did, great, we'll deal with it. But it's not something that's like up there now going, we've got to do it, because
you've got to be sustainable for the future. And,
you have to consolidate for a season or two or whatever.
Well, if you look at where the club's come from over the last 7 years, you'd be a fool to think you can just replicate that.
And it's pressure. You're adding like more and more pressure to yourself. Like, you know, we're not ready to do that. Look, this year, where have we finished? We finished great. Don't get relegated, just stay in there and just work hard and get the structure of the club right. And then in a year's time, 2 years' time, whenever we're ready, whenever we feel like it's the right time, then that's when you back it and you go, now I'm ready. But at the minute you go in, well, I'm going to back it against Macclesfield. No, we're not in that ballpark. You can't match them for what they can attract and the money that they've got. You know, and there's workshops and there's a few other teams in there, and you're thinking, we're not ready to be there. We're not ready to be going, let's go and hit them. So what's the point in trying to go? Like last year, I thought we massively overachieved.
100%.
And it was a bit of a worry on it, going, hang on, we're going to the semi-finals here, and if we get through, like we'll literally
sell the house.
It adds a lot of pressure to it, and it's already a pressure environment anyway. And you've just got to be right. You've got to be set up right to go and do that, which is all our youth systems all the way through to the first team. The ladies are growing, they've got another team coming in, which is brilliant. So you know, you're growing right. You're sort of going that way to go there eventually. But if that foundation's not right, what's the point? Because you're not going to go there for a year, 2 years, and then you're going to go, it's going to fall over, and then you come back.
I don't think people realise, do they? We've gone through the leagues, like you say, each time you have promotion, you have to upgrade the ground. That's part of the rules, but I don't think people necessarily see that, and all that costs money behind the scenes.
And you don't get anything for winning leagues.
No, you don't get any prize money or anything.
No prize money.
You just get a load of hassle and a summer building. Well, that's your life, isn't it?
Well, speaking of just building the club in the right way, Centre of Excellence is doing well.
Flying.
Numbers are really healthy, but Nicky Hunt's still with us doing that and brownie, yeah, like you say. I think we're still doing taster sessions, aren't we, Toph, for people to come down
Yeah,
and
just
get
contact
involved.
us and get involved. It's growing each week, and the feedback we're getting now is brilliant. The
Yeah.
kids really, really enjoying it,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
seeing some of the videos come out, and it's been
it's good.
it's great to see.
Yeah, it's
honestly.
good. And the junior section again keeps growing. You know, so we've got, we really appreciate everyone who gives up the time as managers and coaches to support. But there's been some outstanding contributions out there by people over this season. You know, Sean Hawthorne think deserves a special mention because
some great teams and some more Sunday teams.
Yeah,
now
really gets involved with everything. He's at everything. His team's at everything. He don't miss a thing, and
he's fuming about his odds on the horse racing though. I think he came back with less money than what he put on.
I think we all did.
Yeah.
That was his kits. That they were all keep putting.
Okay, so something that's a bit more on a serious note, should we say? But I know something that's particularly important to you, Mark. We've got the Remembrance Sunday weekend coming up. What's the plans?
So, I think we do our minute and the reef and all that stuff on the pitch, and then we quite a few of us from the club go down to the Warrington Cenotaph on Sunday morning. It's a big one. It's something that obviously means a lot for me, being ex-army, and something that as a country we should be really proud of. Something that we have to pay our respects to.
100%.
And that's it for me. It's close to home, obviously over the time that I served and people that have sadly not with us, and all the ones that have gone before and the ones that will come after. So it's right and fitting that we pay our respects to them.
Yeah, I agree.
So, definitely.
And any ex-service men or women can come to the game for free.
Yes, and if they get in touch with us and let us know they're coming, and that'll be a lot easier on the gate and stuff. But it's something that everyone's got an opinion, and this world's full of opinions. But I think it's something that, as a country, it's one day that we honour them, and I think it's right. And I'm proud to have served, and proud to go and do my bit on Sunday. And obviously being where we are in a football club, I'm because there's lots of people at this club. If you go in the main clubhouse, you'll see the wall.
It's fantastic, that, isn't it?
With all the fallen on there,
plaque,
which is something that the club, we look after it. We make sure it's always seen. Make sure we always put the wreath on there when we've took it off the pitch, and it's right. And for anyone who served, who wants to come into the game, I'm absolutely delighted to have you here.
It's one of on the games. I always think it's something that makes the hair stand up on the back of your neck, and when you listen to the last post and you
read the verse out.
Like they did it at the Emirates, didn't they, the other week? Obviously a bit early because that was their home game or whatever. But like it's somber, but it's also like a really special moment in it.
It is. You've got to be proud on you. I think that the country's sort of is where it is at the minute, and it's really divided and all the rest of it. But that's something that should bring people together, because it wasn't just people from this country who's come across the whole Commonwealth and across the world that did it, and you pay respect to everyone. So it's not just about an English thing, a British thing. It's about everybody, every religion, everyone was involved in it. So it should be something that brings us all together to sort of honour him. So I just don't see any, it gets is celebrated the right word, but it gets honoured at the club. It gets honoured at the club, and we pay respect to it, because without him
we won't be here.
God knows where we'd be. So sometimes
sounds trite, it's the ultimate sacrifice. People have given their lives. So I've had family who's been in the Second World War. My great granddad was there, and we all know people. You think, wow, you can't imagine it, can you? You've been in forces. I can't imagine being conscripted and sent to fight at 19.
I think it'll always keep happening, because we don't frigging learn from it, do we? It'll always keep coming round, and there'll be people, it makes it mine that, we went to Iraq and Afghanistan and lost legs and bits and stuff, and that's their life. They live like that, and it's not just about the fallen, and it is massively about that, but it's also the lads that are still suffering, lads that are still, and that's why the British Legion's really big, and that's why the Veterans Charity in Warrington's really big, because they're still supporting these guys and rightly supporting them, and it is, you get sent there whatever your political opinion is on being sent there, you just go anyway and you do your job and you do it right because you're professional in what you do. And and the part of doing that is that you could get killed, you could get injured, and that's a risk that they take. But when they come back, we as a community and country, we should be looking after them.
Look after them,
So that's why I'm massively supportive of the British Legion. I still do my lottery, British Legion lottery every month, and all that stuff that we do behind the scenes. And whoever can get involved with any veterans charities and stuff, I'm happy to do it. And one of my mates is doing really well. He's over in Blackburn. He runs a really big veterans charity. So yeah, it's something that I'm really proud of, really proud to have done. And it stands really firm in my life that
it gets on a day.
Yeah,
definitely.
100%. Absolutely, it does.
It puts things into context a bit.
It does. We all have a meltdown if we lose a game of football.
Yeah,
there's bigger things to lose
far
in life.
Bigger, yeah.
So,
far bigger.
You've just got to, and like people have got. I just think we live in a crazy country at the moment, but that's something that will always get respected and always get honoured.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, on a little bit more of a lighter note, and speaking about
we need to go back up now.
And speaking about people losing things, Tony, obviously,
it's going to be.
Yeah, well, we'll come on to the buffing thing in a bit, but what about Big Eric?
Big Eric, yes.
Losing his job, and it seems like you've got your man.
It is. You know what? I'm a season ticket holder. I go obviously when I'm not here on a Saturday, but I think it's inevitable. Money. It's been coming over the last 2 years.
The next game.
It's just like a slow torture for him.
Yeah.
Do you know? I really look at the players and you think you've got to take some responsibility there.
Yeah.
I think he's a decent bloke. He might have been. I don't know. Was it too much for him? The job was too big for him. Plenty of other people have failed.
Is it too much expectation though? Do you think now? Is it like because you are rebuilding? Obviously, not being disrespectful or anything, but not trying to take the piss out of you because I do it a lot, but. It's like United were the club, weren't they, for a long time. In our 90s and early 2000s and all that, it was like everyone was trying to beat United, everyone gets United. And then obviously Fergie went and Fergie left, and then it was like just a cycle of managers coming through. And then, is it that expectation that kills it, that kills the manager? Because like under Ollie, you go in, he's playing all right football, his win percentages was good. Mourinho, big character, probably strong enough to take it on.
Finish second,
and then you're thinking, is it that like the supporters want to be? I'm not saying supporters, but like the United way, has that been like? Because you heard like Rooney and Neville's and people talking about when Rooney was finishing his time there, and he was on about like the way it was when Rio was there and other people were there and Keane was there. It was like bang, 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 we're at it, and then it started to change. That mentality changed, and then you bring in managers in that are trying to drive that, but the players aren't backing it. Do you know what I mean? The players aren't the players that you have. You start Roy Keane in the changing rooms, you do what he wants you to do.
I think that's the key to it. And I was listening to a podcast not as successful as ours,
obviously,
the other day, but they were talking around. It polices itself, or it used to police itself in the dressing rooms, and I think the players have got a real responsibility to look at themselves and go, did I do my best there? Because like you said, you've been in the dressing room with Roy Keane, with Steve Bruce, Brian Robson, all those type of players.
Winners, aren't they? The winners.
The manager, I think they were saying that the manager didn't need to manage. You weren't that scared of the manager, you were scared of bloody your teammates who were going to give it a right.
I think that was in like Liverpool time with Gerrard and stuff like that. They had that mentality. All had that mentality of, no, this is how we do it. Derby day, I'm an Evertonian, so Derby day against Liverpool, Gerrard, how many naughty tackles has he put in there? But that's what you want from your captain. That's exactly what you want from him. He's going to fight all the way to win the game.
It goes in cycles though as well, doesn't it? It took Liverpool 30 years to win the league again, didn't it? And you'd have ever said after that last league title that they won that it's going to take you 30 years. Well, actually, when you've had so much success, you can never keep that going forever because your players will change, your manager will change, ownership changes. United have had all of that, but the expectation from the majority of the fans is still that we should still be up there. Up there. It's impossible to do.
You've got like, as an Evertonian, we've been rebuilding since 1985. So we're still going. But like you sort of, we look at it and you go, I know where we are. When we start the season, I'm thinking, I know we'll be just fighting relegation, we'll stay in. And it's a bit depressing. I have a season ticket up at Everton, and I was like, you want to get there, but you're realistic now, where sometimes I think when you get to that point where you've been that successful, you think you should be there, and I think does that have the damning effect on the club? You know, like you're under
Puts you under massive pressure, doesn't it?
Every manager, you've got to come in, you've got to hit the ground running, you've got to win, and then you've got to bring the players in that are big names, and then big names wanting to go to a Manchester United with. There's a City, if there's Liverpool or an Arsenal coming in knocking for you. Which one? Like years ago, it was a done deal. You were going to United. You were going to United.
Gary Lineker's and all this.
It's what's the name though, isn't it? That recruitment. I can't remember. I think it might have been Simon Jordan talking about the other day, and he was saying that obviously the manager's really, really important, but now obviously a sporting director is commonplace at all clubs. And his job is probably just as important as the manager's job, because if they're getting the recruitment wrong, the manager is only ever dealing with what he's been passed. And for me, the recruitment at Man United over the last 5-6 years has been...
Well, I think that's where...
But I don't get that. I get a sporting director role. I do get it, and I think that there is a place for it. But I think if you're the manager and you're heads on the block every time...
Clubs don't work like that,
no, they don't. But I think it's the manager that goes, I want that player because I know what he can put into my team and he can create results and all that's it. And then if you've got some other guy going...
But Fergie was probably one of the last of the managers who did and made
everything.
You look at, and you know, we had the partnership with who was the other guy who was at the Martin Edwards?
Oh, well, David Gill.
David Gill. And you look at the same thing that like Wenger had with David Dean, was it? Something like. And then as soon as them partnerships start splitting up, the cracks do start to appear, don't they?
There's no coincidence that Fergie and David Gill retired at the same time. And
that was a big thing for United.
But you look at the manager who've come in, and I think you can blame the manager and you can blame the players, but you look behind the scenes at the infrastructure. You've had top manager, you've had Louis van Gaal, who's won virtually everything in the game. You've got Mourinho, who's won everything and more in the game, and they couldn't make it work. Mourinho got into like second.
UEFA Cup.
UEFA Cup he won. And you think, you know, that's a great he still ranks it one of his greatest achievements. And if they can't make it work with the manager experience that they've got, you've got to look behind it and go, well, they put the players, so you can't necessarily blame the players for that. It's got to be the infrastructure behind it. And I think there's a big change, you know, the ownership and all that, and we had people involved behind the scenes at the club who, would you class them as football people, like David Gill, people like that.
You can have business guys who probably do dead well in business.
But it's not football.
I think that's what happened. It went more commercial to make it money.
Football in general has gone like that though.
Yeah, but I think United did it more than most because they could with a name, and that's right and proper to do that. But I think it lent too far that way rather than, well, it's the football that's got us in this position. We have to do both.
Well,
I think we suffered
anyway,
from that.
you knew Man City stole that by beating City 4-1 the other night.
Do you know the funniest thing about? And I watched that game and I had a great smile on my face. But the funniest thing on that was the commentator, Liam Gallagher. Was it Noel Gallagher commentating on that? And
what's that about? I mean, I like Noel,
but smug bastard in the first half when he's winning.
Oh, don't slag him off. I've got tickets to go and watch that.
And in the second half, it was like, oh, he's like a.
I'm not sure I'm into. I don't mind they do the little bit of punditry stuff on a panel or something, but having a rock star co-commentating, I'm not sure I'm having that. I'm not sure I'm having that at all.
Just turn into a circus, and it's just ridiculous.
Do you want to talk about Liverpool now?
Not particularly.
No. The thing is, though, you're doing well.
Yeah,
doing really well, and the results are going your way around you as well, which is good. You know, Arsenal think are having a bit of a wobble. So it's just the only thing you've got is
now, isn't it?
The thing is, though, you've got to look at like City will finish strong. When they hit Christmas, they just go bang, and then but I think Liverpool have got that. I think everyone was looking at Klopp's going to go and it's going to fall apart, and you know he's going to take time to settle in, and he's walked straight into
the ground running, hasn't he?
Gone, he's going for it, and then I think you're a bit more defensively.
A lot better.
I think he's worked on a lot of stuff at the back.
He's not so much gung-ho, is he? He's more patient. He'll build it up. He keeps the shape a lot better, and he's not signed anyone. He's not signed anyone.
It just shows it's management. You can relate it back to us and all that type of thing. And
rather than bringing it, I was thinking, is he going to bring a load of people in for the Dutch league? It's not worked for you, that has it? It is a different level. So you start thinking, oh my god. But he's just gone, you know what? We've got a good team, and I'm going to work with what I've got rather than doing anything else.
And you know what? He comes comes across.
Excuse me a second.
Yeah, excuse me. This is the
real life, this.
beauty of real life and live. We've got. I think it's someone coming to pick up some kit. I think
It's not. It's because you mentioned Liverpool.
Yeah, that's it.
Surely
He
not
took
on the
his
table,
chances to get
he's
out of
not on
there.
the table,
Took his
then,
chance to get out of there. So, yeah, no, I think he's done a really good job so far.
He's
Look,
not-
it's early days, but
He's not got the Klopp sort of man, the mannerisms and all that.
he's his own man.
Yeah, and
which
I
you've got to
sort of
be.
respect it, don't you? And I think it comes across well in his interviews.
Yeah, I think he's pretty.
I think he's straight down the line.
Straight down the line,
He's
and I don't think he takes. Any shit. He's not afraid to make changes. I think it was the other week. I can't remember who we were playing, but he dragged someone off at half time.
Yeah.
I think he took Quanta off at half time and put Konate on, and making big calls like that, which the players won't like. But
has he dealt with the contracts of who's the ones who are up on contract now?
So you got Trent.
Yeah.
You've
I
got
think he's going to
Virgil. You've got Salah. I think out of the three of them, if I'm honest with you, and it pains me to say, but I think Trent's gone.
Yeah.
I think he's
going
gone.
Europe somewhere in Europe.
I think he's going Madrid.
Do you?
I think he's going Madrid. I think he's got. They
That's
want
probably
him.
a great move for him. To be fair.
Well, and he's not. It's not a money thing with him. I think it's just the case.
He's not one of them.
He's won everything that you can win in this league.
Yeah.
And I think he's talked to me about wanting to be the first ever fullback to win the Ballon d'Or. Now you're not going to win the Ballon d'Or at Liverpool at fullback, but you go Madrid.
Yeah,
I
think it suits his style of play.
Yeah. Well, he'll let him get forward a bit more. I also think Slot has stopped him going into that kind of more inverted fullback role where he was getting forward. That's why we look better defensively, by the way. But I think he stopped that, and I think he quite likes that getting forward. Whereas at Madrid, he'll probably get the chance.
You can show it when he plays for England. He does that a lot more, doesn't he? He gets in the position.
And hopefully, look, I think we've got to keep Virg. I think he's a Rolls Royce of a player. I think Salah. You look at his numbers and
how old is Salah now?
I think he's 32. I think he is. But mate, he's got 9 goals and 9 assists this season. He's not slowing down, is he?
No, not at all.
You look at him from that point of view and you think, well, there's talk of him going Saudi. For me, that would be an absolute crime for him to go over there.
Too young, too good to go yet. Yeah, in a couple of years, go and cash in.
So yeah.
Do your bit.
And what about Everton, mate?
Mate, we'll just keep fighting on. I'm not under any illusions with it. I know where we are.
New stadium's nearly done.
Mate, looks mint.
Looks mega.
It
Went
looks
past
really
it the
good.
other day.
Yeah, it looks really good. Seen a few videos, and then like someone maybe laugh. Look how far away the changing rooms are from the ground, and you're thinking, who gives a shit? Like, is that actually the biggest problem when you've just got a brand new multi-million pound stadium and the players have got to walk a couple hundred yards extra? Care?
No biggie.
Exactly. But mate, I think Sean Dyche, love him or hate him, I think he's doing what we need to do, which is pick up points and just stay in that league and then get in the new stadium and then start again. It's one about ground gradings before. We're spending a lot of money on that new stadium, so it will.
Just got to stay in the division, which I think you will. I definitely think there's worse teams now.
It's not great to be an Evertonian. Well, it is. I love being an Evertonian, but at the minute it's not great. We've not been playing well for a long time. We've struggled financially. Debatable on ownership and selling it and all that sort of stuff. So, yeah, you've just got to sort of hope and pray that we get into the new stadium. Someone big comes in and looks at us and goes, well, we'll throw some money behind it. And
the stadium looks absolutely amazing. I was on the top road the other day and obviously I only seen it from the outside, but it's what I don't like when they build new football stadiums is these bowls and it's a proper four-sided stadium, dead steep, inside, tight to the pitch. The noise will be like Spurs.
But like Goodison's like that though. Goodison's tight and you're on the pitch. It's an old stadium, and it'd be sad to leave Goodison because I've took my kids there and when they were little and been in a load of games, season ticket for years, and I'll miss Goodison, but I know it's the future. You've got to go with the future. You've got to go.
You've got to keep moving, otherwise you
fall
die
behind. Yeah, exactly. You can have your team in the League One in the same stadium. Great, well done. But you're not going to fill it. Go to a new one. Go forward. It's on the docks. It's a lovely area.
Yeah.
Not saying that Goodison isn't a lovely area, but like it's on the docks. It's a nice place. It's all modern. It's all quality. That's what Everton need. That's what we need for the future. And it's not about now. It's
There's a lot
like
of
10
clubs
years
that
time,
have
20 years
changed
time.
that. Look at Spurs, look at Arsenal.
Well, I was listening to who was it?
Liverpool's ground has been completely renovated.
Yeah,
hasn't it?
it's not like the old Anfield.
No,
It's totally been
got
blitzed, hasn't it?
65,000 in there now, and the revenue it generates, it's different level. And that's where you're not.
65,000. What do you do with all those empty seats then?
Oh yeah, come on.
Well, I was
At
listening
least
to
we're not getting rained on underneath the stand. Do you know what I mean?
Don't mention the guttering. Like Martin Keane was on about it when they moved from like Highbury to Emirates, and he said it took years to get that
atmosphere going.
To belonging to be, and it'll take time, and it'll take time. Whenever it move, there'll be a lot of Tory supporters going in for a look, like they've probably done at Tottenham's ground. And then once you've got past that, you get the real supporters back in there. It'll go every week, and they'll go back again. They'll go back to the good time. Hopefully, I'm pleased with what they've done. I think it's a brave move, and I think it's the right move, because you need to. If you want a club to progress, you need to get a ground that can sustain you, and we're in that position as well. So it's positive, and it puts your marker down, doesn't it, of what your ambitions are for your club.
If Andy Martin was here, we could talk about Chelsea as well. Do you know he's a Chelsea fan? Just in case you don't.
We'll Chelsea fan from Runcorn.
Yeah, we'll move on from that.
Hello, Andy.
So just why we'll be coming to the end, and again. So Buffy Balboa was mentioned.
Oh yeah, Buffy Balboa. This is Buffy Balboa.
So
don't call him Tony anymore. This is Buffy Balboa. So there's probably a little thing that we're coming to the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's something that's eating away at you, Mark.
No, it is only because he mentioned the sweets.
Okay.
And you mentioned one of you mentioned.
He mentioned the sweets, not me. I just jumped on the bandwagon.
So me and Andy Martin have been like crying at games, right? So we went to Leek away, and someone had the tea. So obviously lovely at Leek. The guys are really sound. So they put the buffet out. I'd eaten, you'd eaten, Andy Martin had eaten, Tony ate for all four of us. And I literally smashed it, and I went to their league. I'm really sorry about our secretary. I think he was hungry, and he literally was dripping down his face.
Like a lady under the table, just pouring the table down his neck.
We apologised. A piece of cake. That's all it is, isn't it?
So we apologised on the way out. So then, was it the week later we went to Macclesfield? 4 days later. So we arrive after him, walk in, and obviously there's a
He was like Henry VIII.
Oh, mate, honestly. So walk in, and Andy Martin just starts laughing straight away as soon as he walked through the door, because he saw the buffet and then just looked straight at me, and I just turned around, told him that wallet in, God, smashing it. Oh God. So when I with this,
he's choked on a sausage roll.
There you go. That's karma.
So we honestly we were done. We were both killing ourselves. Every time we went for something, we were like dead excited waiting to do it. So then we come out of there, done. So we're obviously me and Andy Martin laughing on the way back. And then where did we play next? Where was we at next? Was it Matlock on the Tuesday night? Was it Matlock?
Yeah.
Have you smashed another buffet before then?
This is getting all out of context.
Get to Matlock. Me and Andy Martin ready, waiting for him to go for the buffet. So we got there, we had chips, pasty and peas and gravy, all four of us, so there was no excuse. Went in and he absolutely nailed it again. You did. No. That plate could have not held anymore, it fell apart in your hand.
No buffies are safe.
We are. And then
Buffy Balboa is around.
Then the FA Trophy game, or was it the Skem game? What game was it when you...
Skem, when there was a buffet?
Yeah, no, so we had to have our own buffet because we were doing food for Skem. He has a mobile buffet now, he brought it in with him. I was like, come in, I went, who's just that bag? He went, so he's opened it. Little sausages, little pasties, all that. I was like, Jesus Christ, it's gone full on.
That wasn't for me, that's for Scarsdale.
That's the buffet part of Buffy Balboa.
Yeah.
Then
the Balboa side.
Balboa, wow.
That was just a misunderstanding, that wasn't it, really?
Well,
when you tried gripping that bloke by the head.
to be fair, he had given us a load of grief when we went away, hadn't he?
Mate, that was poor, that.
That was the 2 halves.
Stocksbridge.
No, it wasn't Stocksbridge, it was
Fackley.
Fackley.
Away in the north.
We go in, so as a board, whatever, you go in at half time, don't we? We go in at half time, and we went into their little cabin thing next to the ground. And they were lovely, and it was all dead sound. And then some guy starts absolutely losing the plot over the penalty.
Penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah, so he flipped.
Told you were full of shit, didn't I?
I didn't see any of you trying to defend me.
Well, I mean, I had a tendency to agree with him, but...
So I basically went, well done. But obviously in a boardroom, it's probably not the way to behave. And
What did he say? You know.
Yeah, you know all about football. You're full of shit.
No, he said, no way was that a fucking penalty.
Did he drop the C-bomb on you?
Yeah, oh yeah,
he did. He dropped the C-bomb.
And then I just said, well, from where I was stood, it looked like a 100% a penalty. And then obviously when you play the videos back, it was 1,000,000% a penalty.
Yeah.
And he went, what the fuck do you know about football? If you think that's a penalty, you know fuck all about football. And then I just got up to leave to go, I'm not going to fucking deal with you in a boardroom, mate. And then he basically seen his ass, give it all the big one, and then he left. So when Balboa was up in air,
it was the replay, wasn't it?
Same guy, it was the replay.
So the replay, so
I
down
didn't
on the
realise, I was
Tuesday.
sat further down, and I just heard this commotion, and I just seen you.
Oh no,
Getting your handbags out.
I'll say exactly what he did. This guy was giving it loads again, standing up being quite aggressive. So Tony told him to politely sit back down. He then dropped the C-bomb on Tony. Tony removed his glasses, put them in his top pocket and lunged at this guy. And everyone was like, woo!
So I didn't realise who you were having a bit of a beef with.
And he broke your seat.
He did. That's what broke my seat.
Broke your seat.
And then when I got over, as soon as I got there, I went, "It's you again." I went, "Mate, just sit the fuck down and shut up. Like you can behave like a tit wherever you want. Don't do it in my fucking ground and don't do it in my lounge."
He was a prick.
And it's just like, and that's the other side of football. That, like at the minute, I'm just getting really fucking bored of hearing like people fucking 10-minute and fucking grounds.
Yeah.
Mate, you can have an opinion. You hear it at fucking kids' games.
Yeah.
It's how bad is society. You go to a fucking kids game and you think that you can do the stuff that you get away with to speak to referee. Oh, we can't get a referee for Saturday. Wonder why you can't get a referee.
Yeah, because
you
threatened to kick his head in the week
just
before.
shit off him and all
Like
that. and you
14
think-
or something, daft like that.
and then they go, oh, it's awful, you can't get referees. And then like some of the stuff you heard in game, mate, we've all had our moments with referees where they've made a bad decision, but you pull them like the end of it and you sort of question it and have a bit of a class about it. But then like you get that and you get people trying to kick off in ground and you go in, mate, it's non-league, it's any football it shouldn't be happening.
Just relax.
And it's just like, calm down, mate.
In our board,
we all just want to come
like that. We all have opinions,
Yeah.
and it's fine to shout and cheer for your team and do that. But you think,
I've had teams
wow.
down here that have been like the guys from Whitby and stuff giving us loads, but it's banter.
It's
and they're having
banter,
nice
yeah,
banter,
that's what it is,
and they're having a bit of a dig, and like they beat us 1-0 or whatever, and they're having a bit of and it's a bit of class about them. But when you get people that go too
Just went
far,
too far. That was the thing.
and then you add social media into it, and you think, you know what, you're fucking
Well, listen, mate,
boring.
we don't need to worry now because we've got Buffy Balboa, protector
I'll
of
get-
all of us.
Just get a bomber down. He'll be alright.
Bomber and Buffy. Bomber and Buffy. Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that people knew why you were called Buffy
Balboa, so you make sure you call it and moving forward.
He can smash a Buffy.
Right, I think we're done, aren't we? I think we're wrapped up.
It's good to be back, and we'll start doing them more regular now.
Yeah.
Obviously, one or two.
We'll have
of
our
them
guests
might
on as well.
Yeah, we've
We'll
got
have
guests
on.
lined up, we've got sponsors, we've got supporters, we've got some other people from in football who are going to be coming in. So thanks for tuning in and watching. I'm going to get Big Vern down. We'll get Bomber in. Bomber will be a good one actually to get on. We'll get Bomber on.
You won't be second the piss out.
Well, that's true. Buffy might knock him out. But
Put
yeah,
a sausage roll in the middle and let him fight over it.
thanks to all the Toe.
Stafford was the team I was talking about before.
Stafford.
That was the team.
When you were chasing Beaver.
Well, I thought it was a
brilliant.
beef.
Mate, that's been on his mind all
It was a tiger. It was a tiger. It was.
The
it
Stafford
was a
tiger.
badger. Wasn't it a badger? Wasn't it a badger?
Might be a badger. Might be a badger.
It's a badger or a cat. It's
Stafford
something like
Stoat.
Yeah, stout. Right, on that note, thanks for tuning in. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next one. Live this Saturday, get yourself down. Big thank you to Eve, who is now producing
Thank
our
you, Eve.
podcast.
Well done, Eve.
She's done a
Eve's on
great job.
margaritas.
Eve's on the margaritas behind the camera. She really is. But we've allowed it. We've allowed it. Thanks to all the sponsors as ever, and we'll look forward to seeing you at the game Saturday.